Okay, I'm tired as hell. I got no sleep, and I think I saw someone steal something from my sister's car, but I was too stupid and tired to actually do anything about it since it was 5 in the morning. So that's what's gone on in my day so far. Anyway, let's just go with the video, yeah? Yeah. Alright, so I'm sure this has caught your eye, but I have 3 grenade launchers, and I'm going to be using the Arc subclass for Hunter with Shinobu's vow. Basically, I'm going to be chucking grenades and shooting grenades every single damn second, like a douchebag. So let's carry on with the whole shtick. So first thing I want to go over is the Shinobu's vow. Now, what this does, it basically gives us 2 skip grenades, and it makes it so that whenever our skip grenade hits an enemy, it will return energy in the process. So you will get the most out of the Shinobu's vow against bosses, since they have more health, and all the skip grenade parts of it, I don't know how to say it really or describe it, will grant you the most energy. But it does work with the lower tier enemies as well. Now, with the Shinobu's vow, we are going to be using Arc Strider with the skip grenade and Middle Tree as well. Now, the reason why I'm actually using Middle Tree is because there's this nice little handy perk called Ebb and Flow. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm very tired. But basically, whenever we hit an enemy with one of our arc abilities, our grenade, super, melee, whatever it may be, and then we melee them, it will grant us energy for our abilities back. By the way, if you couldn't tell, this is a very, very big grenade build for hunters. So with Ebb and Flow, we will be able to get our grenades back extremely fast alongside our 100 discipline. Pretty much sums up the arc Middle Tree. By the way, I'm trying to speedrun this because I'm bad at keeping videos short. I've been rambling a lot recently, and I'm doing it again. All right, let's go. So in terms of weapons, these weapons are not ideal in any way. I just wanted to have fun with it and try something that I haven't really tried before and just use a bunch of grenade launchers. And honestly, I've never cleared ads so fast as a hunter. I'm using Wither Horde or Wings Maul. Now, with my Wither Horde and Outrage Fortune, I have auto-loading holster, sorry. And I basically just shoot my shots from the 2 of them and then switch to my Wings Maw and keep shooting it and reloading it until my other weapons are finished reloading from their auto-loading. And this is only really coming into play with the bosses. But this is by no means what you should use at all, unless you actually want to. But if I were to suggest anything, I would just use a bunch of weapons with Demolitionist, as well as 1 weapon at least for boss shredding. For the grenades and melee are good for bosses. They're only really good for the lower and mid tier bosses. For the higher tier bosses, you'll get your grenade back very consistently, but you won't be able to do consistent damage as you would be able to with the lower and mid tier bosses. So having that Wither Horde, Anarchy, Thousand Voices, or the Lament would be great options for boss killing. Moving away from weapons, going to stats. Stats can be whatever you want. I would highly recommend speccing into Discipline as well as Mobility. Discipline is pretty self-explanatory. You want your grenades back as much as you possibly can, and for mobility, you want that back as much as you can as well, because your dodge will be granting you grenade energy, and your grenade energy will be granting you melee energy, and yeah, it's basically a big loop. You want at least 2 of the abilities that you currently have to be able to be in constant rotation so that you can get that last one without having to spec anything into it, if that makes sense. And lastly, the mods. So the mods that I'm using are Reactive Pulse, which basically grants a big arc explosion around ourselves whenever we take damage while surrounded by enemies. It consumes 1 stack of Charge of Light, and it grants us a nice little thing of a powerful overshield while forming our finisher. And that's kind of useless. And to actually get the Charge of Light stacks to use Reactive Pulse, we are using Blast Radius, and nothing else really matters. I would use a mod that can get you Charge of Light stacks very consistently. For me, I'm using Blast Radius. Whenever I get multiple grenade launcher kills, I will become Charge of Light. And as you can see, I don't think I'd have any issues with that with my weapon loadout, but you can mix and match whatever you so choose depending on the weapons that you're using. Like auto rifles, you can go the auto rifle one. For arc, it has pulse rifles, sidearms, shotguns, fusions, and 1 other thing. And Void has hand cannons and scouts and bows. So you can run whatever you want. I'm running Blast Radius though for the grenade launchers. And another mod that actually is pretty important that I would recommend running is Momentum Transfer. Remember that thing that I said earlier with the whole rotation from having 2 abilities all the time but not the 3rd? This is where this comes into play. So we have a grenade bag all the time, and that melee part of our skill tree that I showed earlier for arc, the one that whenever we melee an enemy that has been affected by arc damage or arc ability damage, grants us our ability cooldowns. That plus our grenade recharge rate as well as our dodge recharge rate due to our higher mobility, that also results in us having a grenade all the time, and us having our grenade all the time results in us having our melee all the time. And the reason for that is because causing damage with the grenade reduces your melee cooldown. So whenever we do damage with a grenade, our melee cooldown will come up almost almost instantly due to the amount of skip grenades that we have. And yeah, that is pretty much the build. Sorry if I sound dead in this video, by the way. I just woke up, but hey, I'm kicking. And if I'm kicking, that means I'm ready for a video. I'm dying inside. Please help me. Oh, by the way, just real quick, the amount of support that I've been getting recently has been absolutely amazing and absurd, and I highly appreciate it. It is very surreal, and I honestly can't thank any of you enough. It's truly amazing, and I love every single one of you that have given me a chance to actually provide videos. It's really just, it's insane. Alright, and with that, I am going to end the video here and stop talking and proceed with editing until I have to go to work. And then I need to implement taking care of myself. Wow, what a damn hassle. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.